A T-Rex race, Babe Ruth's $30 million old shirt, and a cacophony of self-driving cars. It's been yet another weird week in our weird world, and your daily news refresh is here to bring you some of the strangest stories we've come across over the past several days. My name is Greg Ott, and let's begin where all good stories start. A horse racing track.
And T-Rexes away!
Yeah, you're watching dozens of little kids dressed as dinosaurs run the 100-meter dash at this horse racing track just outside of Seattle. Makes sense, it's the 2024 T-Rex World Championship races, where more than 6,000 people turned out to watch these 200 phony dinosaurs carry out this strange little annual race that originally began as a team-building exercise for a pest control company back in 2017. But as you can see at Emerald Downs on Saturday, no pests, just predators, dinosauring down the track in 5 separate categories. The 11 and under group, the 12 to 16 kids race, the men's race, the women's race, and the 50-plus dinosaur dinos race. Following the action, complete with wipeouts, a kid pretending to ride a dinosaur, and even a photo finish, the Win Place Showasauruses got their chance to stand on a podium in a trophy ceremony. Pretty cool. Makes you hope they'll host the 2036 Summer Olympics in Jurassic Park. Do you remember witnessing this moment from this painting? Probably not. It happened almost 100 years ago, when baseball guy Babe Ruth famously called his shot during the 1932 World Series. That is, he gestured over towards the bleachers and then hit a home run over the wall. And while it's long been contested as to whether or not he was actually gesturing to where he intended to send the ball, what's not in question is he was wearing a shirt when this happened, and you can buy it now if you want. Heritage Auctions is putting it up on the block starting August 23rd with a bunch of other stuff that they say could make up the biggest sports auction ever. They claim that this old stained shirt has been photo matched for that famous Game 3 of the 1932 World Series, and they're expecting it to fetch around $30 million bucks. Could be pocket change if you're the type of hedge fund billionaire who sinks $45 million into an old Stegosaurus, but for the rest of us, it might be a little bit out of our league. For a more affordable indulgence, you could always pick yourself up a mint condition Baby Ruth, though of course, as we all know, that thing's actually named after Grover Cleveland's granddaughter.
So I was like, where's that coming from? I looked down and I was like, I think it's coming from the Waymo cars.
That guy lives in San Francisco near this gathering space for a fleet of Waymo driverless cars, where over the past few weeks, this parking lot hangout full of the so-called world's most experienced drivers have been getting themselves all jammed up in these horny 4 a.m. orgies.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been woken up more times overnight than I have combined over 20 years.
All this noise has been self-driving people who live in nearby apartments crazy, like Garfield here.
I could not be more cranky today for a Monday. After these past 2 weeks, it's really at a high level. It's just really, it's tough. It affects the way you feel.
Waymo told local news the noise is part of a software feature that's meant to prevent slow-moving crashes. And last week they claimed to have rolled out a software update to shut these things up at night. Though based on a Verge report from Sunday and this live stream of the parking lot, it's still going on. They should have just guided all these endlessly honking taxis over here to New York, where nobody would have noticed a thing. So yeah, another weird week down, and we'll be back next week with another roundup of all things strange. And in the meantime, subscribe to The News Refresh to get all sorts of interesting and funny news in your feed. Like this recent piece about the Kamala Harris apostrophe fight that grammar nerds are currently battling it out over. Wow, be careful out there.